But first things first is you're going to want your canvas to be up and down, vertical. So I'm sitting at a weird spot, but basically you're going to want to make sure that your canvas is up and down. So this is where the sky will be. This will be the water. You're going to wet check your brush and paint a horizontal line a little bit higher up than halfway. I'm using the big brush. You can use whichever brush you want. It's not important for it to be straight. Once you have that horizontal line, you can clean off your brush. Go ahead and if you want to do the pre-mixing method, you can go ahead and mix your colors beforehand. I like to mix my colors on the canvas as I go, but whichever works for you. And if you want to do the pre-mixing method or the block method or the scribble method, go ahead and go for it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a video you can click to see different methods of blending. So I'm gonna just take my blue and my white on my brush at the same time. And I'm going to be painting the top. So you're gonna paint the top. You're gonna do horizontal strokes back and forth, nice and smooth, using both sides of the brush. Imagine yourself at like a concert and you're holding a lighter in the air, swaying side to side. It should be a motion repetitive, such as that. And you're gonna paint about, I would say 1/4 with this blue. Next, I am going to grab some white and a little bit of red. But remember, like I said, if you want to do the pre-mix method, I would go ahead and grab purple. If you want to do the block method, I would go ahead and grab the pink. But I'm going to be making the colors straight on the canvas. I'm doing a wet check. Very nice and subtle purple emerging from the blue. Next, I am going to clean my brush so I can get some pink. Next, I'm going to add that orangish color, so I'm just going to grab some yellow and some of this pinkish over here and put it underneath. Trying not to run into your black, you can leave a little bit of space in between your color and the black because you don't want that black, if it's still wet, to mix with your yellow. We're going to let that dry and we're going to move on to the water. For the water, you don't need to clean off your brush. I'm just going to grab some straight up blue. And using the blue, you're going to paint around the edges of your painting with the blue. You do not need to go all the way to the bottom and do the section, like this bottom area, so don't worry about that too much. And now you're going to connect those two sides together in the middle with some of this blue. I like to add a little bit of yellow into my blue to make it almost like a sea green color. Now I'm going to add white into that blue. And I want you to start from like the edges and just kind of do this quick brush stroke in towards the center to give your water a little bit of texture. Next, I'm gonna clean my brush, and I'm going to get some more of this like purple color, so I'm gonna grab the red and the blue and the white. And I'm just gonna put that right inside. Need to add more red. Now I'm gonna clean up my brush again. Grab this yellow and put it in the middle. And it's okay if it looks weird, if it changes color and turns into like a green. We're gonna be layering some more yellow on top of here anyway. Let the water dry for a little bit, and we're gonna move on to the bottom section. We're gonna be making a diagonal line left and slowly work upwards. You're gonna fill that in with black. Go ahead and add some pillars. I like to use the big brush because I just need a straight line, so I'm going to do one pillar here. The way to make a straight line with your big brush is to make sure that it is vertical, facing the canvas, and you're going to start basically like you're walking. So imagine this is the foot, so like the heel of the foot and the toe. You're going to go from putting weight on the heel and drag your foot backwards so that it's heel toe, and then drag it down. Do it again. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. So now this is where I like to use the small brush for the details. I'm gonna grab my small pointy brush, and I'm going to use black, and I'm going to draw a little half circle loop to show kind of like this is a rope that's connecting the poles. Take your big brush and make sure you clean it off. You don't want any black on there. And you're gonna go and grab some more yellow, and you're gonna just brush it in the middle. You can go ahead and add some white into the center. Longer white strokes that go out further, closer to the dock, and then as you go up closer to the horizon line, you're gonna have less. And now, to fix my mistake, I'm just gonna take some of that light blue color and add it over where I had too much yellow, and just kind of work it outwards. Get some more black, use your big brush, and for the trees, you're going to just you're going to be tapping. And this is how we're gonna make the trees. You can start by using a watered down black, so that way it has like a see-through look if you're feeling uncomfortable about it at first. But once you kind of get a hang of it and just do a couple of little taps, you'll feel a little bit more comfortable, and you'll be able to go in with a little bit darker. And you just wanna make sure that they're all varying heights, because they are trees in the distance. Leave the center alone. Do not put any trees right in the center, because we're gonna put the sun setting right in the center, so We're going to want to put the sun before we put the black trees in front of it, because we need to have the light color before the black color, because it will take forever to go over the darker color if we do the darker color first. Okay. Once you have your trees, this is important, you're going to clean your brush. And I want you to do a wet check to make sure you have plenty of water on your brush and a little bit of black still on your brush. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing, but in the blue area underneath the horizon line. This is to give a shadow of the trees in the water, give them like a reflection. You can also use your napkin to kind of tap at it. Well, mine was a little bit too watery, so cancel what I just said. I need a little bit less water, a little bit more paint. Okay. So yeah, basically just do the same thing we did on the land, like above the water, down below the water, but you're gonna want to make sure it's a little bit less dark. Grab your yellow and make a circle in the sky. You can also use white, and it's going to be right in the center of the sky, closer to the horizon line where the trees are separated. You can use white on the inside and kind of outline it with the yellow so it shows that it's like radiating, that it's glowing. Now I'm gonna go and take my brush again and do a couple more trees in front of the sun that are shorter. Okay, now we're gonna be using the small brush again, and you're going to dip it in the black, and we are going to be making a dock or a pier or something that people walk on to get to the boat. So this is going to be a straight horizontal line from the right side of the canvas going towards the center. And after you get to like that yellowish color or that white yellow, you're going to make a downward diagonal, about a 45-degree angle. And from there you're gonna do 4 up and down lines connected to that first horizontal line. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and you're going to make an X in the center. And I'm going to make the line thicker towards the end of the canvas. And now after you are at the end of your 45-degree downward line, you're going to make a rectangle that is about the size of a boat that you would want it to be. And at the end, make it have a little bit of a point. And now you're gonna get some water on your brush, and you're gonna make a really like translucent black, because we're gonna be putting some of this black in the water as a shadow. So you're just going to put this really light black color in the water underneath the pier or the dock, whatever it is, all the way to the end of the canvas, as well as underneath your boat. Now I'm gonna paint a little man fishing, so I'm gonna draw a little dot. And then a little line for the body. And then a little arm, or a big arm, you know. Before we do that, or after that man or whatever, we're gonna come back to it though. You're going to do a tree, so you're gonna need black and your big brush. Oop. And in the sky, you're going to do that foot, heel toe, kind of whatever, heel toe movement with your brush to make almost like a tree branch kind of pattern. You can also just do some taps. All right. And this is our final painting. I hope that you enjoyed painting with me today, and let me know what you want to paint next.